Hello everybody, it is Anna. Welcome back to my booktube channel, or if you're new here, welcome. It's really nice to have you. So a while ago, I made a video that I called I Have to Read These Books by the End of the Year or Else. It was a very ominous title, but the entire point of it was just for me to get a grip on what I actually really wanted to read and prioritize things that have been on my TBR the longest. I gave myself till the end of the year to actually read these, or I was going to have to bid them adieu. It did not work out so well for the books, to be honest. I think there was there was only one book that I had on this that I actually wound up reading this year. So it's gonna be time to clear out some bookshelves. So the first book that I had on the list was Pseudotooth, which was going to be a creepy story about a girl that was having visions in her head, and it was something funky and supernatural going on. I just did not click with the writing in this book for whatever reason, so I wound up bringing it to a local book swap that I did with my book club, so somebody else took it home and hopefully finds it better than I did. The second book was Nettle Black. Both of these two were Jen Campbell recommendations, and I think the Nettle Black thing is funny because the reason why I'm not finishing this book is the same reason she isn't. And that's because the font is so small and spaced close together that it is literally inaccessible for me to read the print version. It's just not going to work. It's gonna give me a migraine, and that is not what books are supposed to do. So I'm still maybe interested in getting a hold of that book if it comes to an ebook or audiobook, but as of right now, there isn't an audiobook, and so I will be passing on my paper copy of that. The next book is Hunting by Stars by Sherry DeMoulin. I tried to get to this one when I read a lot of Sherry DeMoulin's books in, I think, October, November of this year. And it just didn't happen. But, I'm sure the book is great, but from my perspective, that just means that I was not prioritizing it. My priorities weren't there, and that means that I need to let this book go and share it with someone who's really excited to read it. Because if I'm not really excited to read it when I have the or else hanging over me, it's just not gonna happen. Same thing is gonna happen with the Anna Marie McElmore books. And as much as that breaks my heart to say, because they are one of my very favorite authors, I have now had 3 of their books that have come out since, I believe, 2020. I haven't read any of them. None of them. And that makes me sad. Maybe those will get kind of a second, third really chance for something like that, but someone else needs to be able to enjoy them and not just me. Old Monarch was a book of poetry that I bought a while back. I didn't actually read it then when I really wanted to, and then when I started reading it, I was like, this is really just not doing it for me, so I'm passing it along. I did keep one book, and that is The Moon is Always Female, which is a poetry collection by Marge Piercy. I'm pointing to where it is up on my poetry shelf over there. So the attrition rate, 1 out of 9, actually got to stay. Not quite decimation, but there we are. So I'm going to start with a little bit shorter of a list of this next, I have to read these books by a certain amount of time or else. And these are just 2 comics that I picked up at Emerald City Comic Con last year. I have to read these by the start of Emerald City Comic Con this year, which is going to be late February, early March, or else I have to bid them farewell. One of them is Bug Boys by Laura Netzger, which is about 2 little bug boys who are friends. It says they spend their time exploring the world in and around Bug Village. This is cute. This is adorable. I purchased it. The convention was still going on. I was then too tired to go and read books at the end of the night, even though I really wanted to. And so it's languished, and I just haven't read it, and that needs to change. The other one was a book that I really, really wanted, which was The Plain Janes by Cecil Castellucci and Jim Rugg. So this is a story about a bunch of girls who are sitting at the rejects table in the school cafeteria. They are all rejected by various people within the school for being different. The protagonist, it's because she's really into art and everyone thinks it's kind of weird. So they are all outcasts, they are all frustrated with the adults around them, and they form a secret club to, quote, fight suburban apathy with guerrilla works of art scattered around their small town. So what's not to love about that? These are both juvenile graphic novels, so they shouldn't take me too long or be so intense. Yeah, this one's kind of chunky, but the other one, Bug Boys, I should be able to get through just fine. And then I'll be able to actually read Bug Boys 2, which I didn't purchase because I went, no, I'm only going to get 1. If I get 2 and I don't read either of them, I'll feel worse. Well, guess what? The time has come. So those are the 2 books that I need to read by the start of Emerald City Comic Con this year or else. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So if you're interested in following this challenge and you would like to see more of what I do, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That is the only way to find out when I post new videos, because this is the only place where they get shared. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.